and welcome to my presentation. Today I'm going to be talking about the short documentary Watchtower of Turkey and how its use of poetic mode combined with individual form has captured worldwide attention. The poetic mode stems from the human movement of the 1920s, with particular regard to the industrialisation and the effects of World War I. In the words of Nichols, the modernist world no longer seemed to make sense in traditional narrative realist terms. This abstract approach to documentary filmmaking emphasises visual associations, tonal or rhythmic qualities, description and form. These films often bear a close resemblance to experimental and avant-garde film. Some examples of poetic mode are The Bridge and General Orders No. 9. Released in 2014, Watchtower of Turkey fits comfortably into Nichols' poetic mode. It is an acclaimed and popular short film by Italian photographer and filmmaker Leonardo D'Alessandri. It was staff pick on Vimeo and currently has upwards of 3.8 million views. The documentary runs for only 3 minutes and 32 seconds, but was filmed over 23 days and spans 3,500 kilometres from the north to the south of Turkey. D'Alessandri's aim was to capture not only the beauty of the place, but also the people themselves, who he believes represent the soul of Turkey. With reference to this, he is quoted saying, "The most important part of discovering a new place is the people. A smile, a look, some simple, small thing. All of these can tell you more about a place than the most amazing sights or sounds. You will never forget that face, that moment when you connect with someone." This fascination for people emanates throughout the video, as the longest clips are often focused on emotions captured through facial expressions, as shown on the PowerPoint. In his personal commentary on the film alone, it's easy to see the Watchtower of Turkey ticks off most criteria for poetic mode. With reference to the film, D'Alessandri said that he wants the viewer to perceive his edit as one continuous flow of impressions and movement, cut on the rhythm of the music and emphasised by the ambient sounds. His regard for sound as a platform for expression is obvious, as the film creates a soundscape by overlapping Ludovico Einaudi's experience with sound bites used to immerse the viewer in the setting. This includes an attention-grabbing narration by Maryam Abulalfa, as she whispers to you the wonders of her world, as well as simple sounds like the turning of a page or the pat of a hand on a shoulder. D'Alessandri also uses these sounds, combined with continuity of movements, colours or actions, to seamlessly transition from one clip to another, as the film takes a discontinuous form. As is within poetic form, Nichols says, documentaries draw on the historical world for their raw material, but transform this material in distinctive ways. D'Alessandri has a high regard for innovation in his work, and believes it to be of the most value in filmmaking. Through this, he demonstrates an expressive desire to give new forms and fresh perspectives of the world, as is a classification of Nichols' poetic form. This outlook shows when comparing Watchtower of Turkey to other works within the same genre, like Stefan Krohn's New Land and Sebastian Linko's Love Lenka. Both films use mainly video, whereas D'Alessandri combines still images and motion together. This unique form was clearly a work in progress, as when comparing his film Watchtower of Morocco to Watchtower of Turkey, D'Alessandri said, although the concept, imagery and editing techniques in both videos are the same, Watchtower of Turkey has a much more polished and powerful feel to it. While D'Alessandri has a style that appears to involve the use of people, places and things without regard for the individual identity, as is the criteria for ethical concerns within poetic mode, Watchtower of Turkey is clearly a result of hours spent discovering the essence of a place and its people. There's no disregard for the human element here, as D'Alessandri could only create such a film through his in-depth focus on Turkish society and culture. In his words, to tell the story of a country in which I travelled was not just to show architecture. I tried to talk with people to understand what they thought, what they loved. Watchtower of Turkey is an immersive cinematic experience. Filmed in a montage style, it's about a journey of discovery. Abulalfa's narration invites you to hear, feel, and finally see Turkey as her voice trails off and the images take over. The imagery is a reflection of the soundtrack, which is used to elevate the senses. The content explores the humanistic element of a foreign country that currently has more prominent negative associations. The film is almost hypnotising, and that is an attest to the amount of time spent on this production by one man and his relatively simple camera equipment. D'Alessandro's dedication to this personal project, along with his ability to manipulate time and space to synchronise precisely with sound, demonstrates perfectly the poetic form and its potential as a platform for works of a unique quality such as this one. Thank you for listening.